Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you the Smart Document Control Center. This application is an intelligent application that is designed to automate the ingestion of unstructured supplier documents like delivery notes, invoices, acknowledgements, and dynamically process them into live SAP transactions using Pillar Flow. By combining AI with ERP controls, we eliminate manual data entry while maintaining complete control of the integration. Now, let's start with looking at a PO document in SAP. So this is the PO. It's basically a brand new PO that is created. Nothing has been recorded against that PO. You can see there is no purchase order history recorded for this particular PO. Now, what we are going to do is we're going to use this particular document, and we're going to see how the Smart Control, document center manages all the incoming logistics and financial paperwork, for this particular order. So what we will do is let's jump into the application queue. So I'll open up my app. You can see here, a delivery truck has arrived. It's basically in with a delivery note number 9938, 16, right? So I can open up this document over here. As soon as I click on this PDF document, which has been uploaded, I can see that, the PO number over here. These are the delivery details. These are the, or this is the material, and this is the quantity that is, supposed to be received, right? I can look at all the details right over here. I get a confirmation because the document was validated, right here against SAP PO, and I have a confirmation that this is a valid delivery. Quantities are within open PO limits. There is no prior GR done, for this particular purchase order. So I can verify this against SAP, or I can just click on this accept and post to SAP button. At this point in time, what it does is it will actually make a call to SAP, and it will post the goods movement in SAP. Here you can see the material document number, the document here, as well. And we'll jump into SAP later to see all these documents being posted over here, right? So this document was generated over here. Now, so this was scenario one. Scenario two is, the finance department, let's say, receives invoice, 9312 over here, right? For the same 10 units that we, received. Let's open up, the document over here. Again, as I open up the document, it will validate this document against, the PO in SAP and give me, the confirmations, right? So here you can see this is the amount, that is quoted over here, right? Now, the validation gives us a confirmation that the material was originally built at, or a material is built at 165, euros, whereas in SAP or the PO, the price quoted was, 150. So that's, basically what was, negotiated with the supplier. Now, the app proactively flags this, warning over here. I'll click on this, accept and, post to SAP button. Now, what Pillar does is Pillar safely triggers this invoice posting, using Miro, transaction code in SAP, which automatically generates the invoice against, that particular purchase order in SAP while applying the payment block due to the price variance, right? We saw the price variance, right over here. So that's, scenario number two. Now, I also want to highlight, how this system will prevent, data corruption, over here, right? So let's take this particular invoice, for example. Like always, the moment I clicked on the invoice, it basically went, validated this particular invoice, against SAP and came back. At this point, it basically clearly throws an error saying, duplicate invoice error. That means invoice has already been raised against, this particular PO in SAP, and you cannot raise another invoice. You don't want to be paying extra, for this, particular PO, which has been already paid, right? You'll see that, the accept or post to SAP button is disabled right over here. So you cannot really, post to SAP over here. So at this point in time, what I can do is I can click on this reject and notify supplier, right? I would want to let the supplier know that, this particular document that you send is, having a duplicate invoice that was already paid, and, we want to raise this as a, issue, right? So I can basically bring it up over here. So it will bring up this, pop-up. You can see the message. You can come in. You can edit the message if need be. If not, you can just, confirm the rejection. Once you confirm, you'll see that the status has been updated right over here. Now, as a last step, what I would want to do is I'll quickly go into SAP, refresh the PO that we saw earlier, and see that the postings have been done. So I'll go in over here. I'll just open it up again. And this time you'll see that we have a purchase order history. So we have a material document 500009 which was posted for 10 units, and then there is a invoice that got posted in SAP as well. So you can see everything being posted right over here. Now, just to conclude, in quick time, I was able to demonstrate how the smart document control center turns these unstructured operational documents into clean ERP actions. It captures errors, prevents duplicates, reduces processing timelines, all powered securely using Pillar Flow. I have done this as a application, but you can automate this using agents as well, and have it rolled out as well. That's all I wanted to cover. Thank you.